we are doing another comparison. We are doing the 2020 Metalcore versus 2020 Deathcore because it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun to compare our favorite songs. And yeah, so with this, just keep in mind that the songs that I'm choosing for this are all new. So it's only going to be the 2020 decade. That means 2020, 2021, and 2022. Anything less doesn't count. There might be some bands missing. This is just for fun. There could be a part 2 just as a heads up, but yeah, I think that's all we need for chit chat, right? So let's fucking do it. Sorry to bust your balls, but first, we gotta talk about your balls. And Metalburb, why are you talking about my balls? Well, man, guess what? I got balls too. And 95% of my audience has balls as well. So guys, listen up. But at the same time, if you want to support the channel, this is a really good time because I'm working with a really sick sponsorships. So guys, Manscaped is the sponsor of today's video. We got the Lawnmower 4.0. Look at this thing. This thing's sick. Oh, I'm not shaving my balls right now. Grow up. Manscaped is the best in men's below the waist grooming. The Performance Package 4.0 has arrived and oh man, it's a game changer, okay? Inside the package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies. First off, the Lawnmower 4.0. This trimmer is the future of grooming and dare I say the greatest ball trimmer ever. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Weed Whacker is also waterproof and provides a proprietary skin-safe technology which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate nose holes. So guys, get 20% off and free shipping using code METALBURB at manscaped.com. Again, that's 20% off and free shipping using code METALBURB. Hell yeah, I should have been in advertising, man. But seriously, if you want to support the channel, then use the code METALBURB at manscaped.com. Save your balls, also help out the channel. It's a win-win situation, man. First up on the chopping block is Wage War with their song High Horse versus Shadow of Intent from Ruin We Rise. Two completely different bands.
High horse. Been living under the gods since I first hit the road. The broken, lost, and defeated, I hit my lowest lows. Is this what you want? Is this what you need? Pain, now the hunter is the prey. At the ground.
Who do you think wins here? Shadow of Intent versus Wage War, two completely different bands. Looks like chat is saying Shadow of Intent. My personal opinion is that Wage War is one of those bands that I've been pretty critical about because their music, although is fun, it does feel pretty generic and it does feel pretty safe. That being said, their new album was pretty refreshing and there was a good mix of heavy and melodic stuff, but I do find the song High Horse really good, but it's not anything overly that different in the metalcore scene where Shadow of Intent is one of the most unique bands in the deathcore realm. They're the ones that really started the symphonic elements, and now all the deathcore bands are really introducing symphonic elements. Their new album is essentially a grower, but I find it far more original, and just because of that on alone, I have to give my point to deathcore for Shadow of Intent. All right, side note, I kind of wish I put Shadow of Intent versus Currents now, since that's Chris Wiseman's two bands, but if that was the case, Shadow of Intent would have still won. We got another one this one's pretty fun. I like this comparison here. Polaris with their song Landmine versus this brand new song from Slaughter to Prevail, 1984. It is mixed. It is mixed as hell. You guys are kind of influencing my opinion, but okay. Gotta think for myself. Slaughter Prevail 1984 is a really sick song. This song I really enjoyed, and I know that some people aren't crazy about Kostalam. I feel like this song could fit on Kostalam, and I personally enjoyed it. It feels like a more deathcore version of like Slipknot. This song definitely has a strong message, and because of that, that is a massive pro. But Polaris, man, this song is just wicked fun. It has great riffs, has a great structure. It has a, you know, Polaris doesn't really do too many blast beats. So when they do it sparingly, and it has a good chorus. It has an amazing guitar solo. Both bands in their own right are doing good things. I will say, I get more replay value out of Polaris. So 1 point from Metalcore. I'm really excited for this comparison. What we're doing here is comparing Landmvrks with their banger, Lost in a Wave. This is the song that put this band on the map versus this super intense deathcore band called Paleface, Dead Man's Diary, which features Flo from Landmvrks. Two wildly different sounding bands, but they have the same vocalists in both of them.
I can breathe, I'm suffocating. It's a feeling I know, all my senses are. I can feel the waves crashing down. I'm just trying to hide my fears, 'cause I'm afraid to understand. I'm lost in the way. Hey yo, what the fuck is up?
This one is fucking tough. I enjoy both songs equally, so it really comes down to the band for me. So one thing that I really look for in these bands is like originality, and I would say both bands are original in their scene. Landmvrks, right? Like they got that unique crunchy punk tone to their guitars. They mix so many different styles, whether it's like metalcore, post-hardcore, and just like hardcore. And Flo is just such an amazing vocalist. His range is insane, and also the dude can rap. Paleface, the majority of their music is just like a very intense, like Slipknot. Like funny because Slaughter Prevail just sounds like Slipknot a little bit too, but Paleface even more so. They sound like a really pissed off version. Vocally, it's really strong. The dude's a really good frontman. Band wise, they really come up with some cool riffs. They have like thrashy metal kind of solo kind of riffs too here and there. But these two bands on their own is so tough. Both songs I think are a tie for me. Okay. Landmvrks. Look, it wasn't easy, but I realized Landmvrks, they can do like slow songs too. And it's really cool when a band can do like so many different styles in that kind of way. All right, guys, we got another tough one. Make Them Suffer with the song Contraband featuring Courtney LaPlante versus Enterprise Earth Where Dreams Are Broken. This song is just amazing, man. I find it one of the best modern metal songs, period. Another reason why I chose this is just because Enterprise Earth's new album shows a lot of variety. They're tapping into prog and also metalcore. Make Them Suffer, not to undermine them. I fucking love that band, right? And their new album, How to Survive a Funeral, is really good. But Enterprise Earth is just one of my favorite deathcore bands at the moment that's really shaking up the scene, I think, personally. This one's interesting. This one's a little bit different. We're doing the boys at Erra with their brand new song Night of Silence versus Chelsea Grin and their brand new song Origin of Sin. Sorry guys, but this is generic as fuck. Erra gets my vote. Generic? Oh. Erra. Chelsea Grin. CG. Erra. This Chelsea Grin song really impressed me. All the new stuff with Tom impresses me, man. Erra, this song is very dynamic. Erra is just becoming a much more dynamic band for me. Their new stuff, the newest album, really is like a huge stepping stone. Is that the right word? Yeah, stepping stone for me because like I said, it's just very dynamic. Dude, this is tough. I've been listening to this Chelsea Grin song a lot lately. It's been great for the gym. This Erra song, not as much, but it's like a little bit more of an experience kind of song. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this song hits me differently and it resonates with me more when I watch the video and listen to the song completely. But this Chelsea Grin song, it's just so easy. I could just put it on. But the bands on their own, okay, so both songs I would actually kind of put in a tie, but now I gotta look at the bands. Honestly, like I said, the new Erra is really impressed me. Goes to Erra. Let's move on to the next round. We got this song I fucking love. This song's a fucking banger and a half. We are putting Bad Omens, Artificial Suicide. We're putting it against Brand of Sacrifice, Lifeblood. So it looks like a lot of you guys are saying Brand of Sacrifice. It seems like not a lot of fans of Bad Omens. You know, I feel like there's not a love for Bad Omens. They're not like the heaviest band by any means, but they're a really fucking good band. Their new album is solid as hell, and honestly, I would say it's original too. It sounds like The Weeknd if The Weeknd went a little bit metalcore. That being said, their album does have an issue of recycling the same kind of ideas. They incorporate a breakdown in the bridge where it's like the only heavy moment in the song, where Artificial Suicide is really the only true metalcore song. Brand of Sacrifice though, they are one of the most unique deathcore bands in the scene. Absolutely, this song is just wicked fun. They're one of the bands that incorporated the fun choir elements into the music. No one else does it quite like Brand of Sacrifice. It's very animated. But the two songs on their own, I will take Bad Omens over Lifeblood, but I'm also looking at the band. And like I said, I do have an issue with Bad Omens' album getting very recycled. Brand of Sacrifice's album does not have that same problem. Brand of Sacrifice! Next up is a band that is pretty damn big in the metalcore scene, so I thought it would be fun to put them in this list. But we are doing Ice Nine Kills versus one of the most intense, insane deathcore bands, Darko US, with their song Acid Inject. It's funny how they're both like horror themed, but one is far more scarier. Darko, I absolutely love this band. They are far more challenging to listen to than Ice Nine Kills. Not everyone can see the appeal to their music, especially with music videos like this. It's fucked up. Ice Nine Kills, this song is just fun. It's campy, it's goofy, but it's also just like really good. Musicianship in the new Ice Nine Kills album is like outstanding. Also, vocals are always really good. They've always got strong choruses, extremely hooky. Like I said, it's just a fun time listening to this band. Where Darko, I wouldn't say is like a really fun time, but it's a sick time. Darko! They beat Ice Nine Kills by a tiny margin, but Darko is a band that I just personally resonate with. They're so fucking different. Next up is another challenging one. Okay, we are doing Silent Planet with their fucking banger Signal versus Humanity's Last Breath with their song Tide. So Buster is one of the best musicians in the scene right now, who's the drummer and guitarist to Humanity's Last Breath. He produced the album, but he also produced this song from Silent Planet. So I thought it'd be a fun comparison. I think Vald is better than Iridescent. Both bands are really unique in their own kind of way. So I guess at this point, I'm kind of just looking at the songs. And both songs are actually really cool to compare because they're both incorporate some Thal elements. Also, like, both are very atmospheric in their own way. I gotta give it to Silent Planet. This song is fucking amazing. I love it. It's just 3 minutes 30 seconds of just intensity. It just hits like a fucking truck, man. This song just has some really cool Thal instrumentals and a really cool ending, but Silent Planet Signal just fucking hits different for me. This is fun. I really wanted to compare these two bands because why has no one ever compared these two bands? And the reason is we're doing Fit For A King versus Fit For An Autopsy. So this is the Fit For A competition.
The other side. You categorize. This is a plague produced like a blood. Will you stay with me? Burning with fate. Facing reality. Death comes for us all.
Fack or fa? We got fa. I agree. Fit For Autopsy. You know, Fit For A King's really good, man. They're the past two singles, like I said, are really finding their own path again. Get it? Fit For A King's just a solid metalcore band, but Fit For Autopsy is one of those bands that are really shaking up the deathcore scene. They're like one of the most mature sounding deathcore bands, incorporating a lot of Gojira elements and a lot of prog elements. Their style is just like very unique, and obviously Will Putney being like at the helm just helps big time because like the guy knows obviously songwriting, knows production and everything, so he knows how to bring these songs to life. Time for the last one. Take a guess, who do you think is the last two bands on the final round? Spiritbox with their song Rotoscope versus Lorna Shore Into the Earth. Why? These are both, if not the biggest bands in the scene that they're in right now. So let's do a fun comparison here. Let's see who sides with Spiritbox and who sides with Lorna Shore. Lorna Shore. Wow, Lorna's cleaning up. Spiritbox. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. New Spiritbox doesn't grab me. But guys, you know how I'm ranking these, right? I'm looking at the bands too. I'm just using these songs as examples. So the Spiritbox album also came out in 2021, right? Their Eternal Blue. I gotta take that into consideration too. So yeah, looking at the bands too, not just the songs. Because both songs, honestly, actually, I know my answer. I know my answer. Let me voice my opinion. Eternal Blue it was a good album, but I found myself going back to really just the singles and the odd like heavy track here and there. So I listened to like half the album really. But then their new EP just really shows that Spiritbox constantly evolves. Really cool how a band, you know, it hasn't been around for too long, is constantly evolving their sound. And to me, that is such a huge pro. And they're not losing their fan base, instead just growing it along the way. I think that is so cool. Lorna Shore has gone through a lot of changes, obviously with vocalists, right? So it's really cool for them to just keep like refine their sound with new vocalists. And with Will, they went viral, right, with Into the Hellfires. These new songs, like, they're good. Into the Earth is the best single, in my opinion, out of the new songs. To me, it captures everything that Lorna Shore is good at, like the symphonic elements, the speed, the riffage, the solos, the crushing breakdowns. That being said, I do find that the singles do sound very samey to their last EP, and I Return to Nothingness. That is a huge con in my books. Where Spiritbox, like I said, they constantly keep evolving their sound. They keep growing their fan base along the way. To me, Spiritbox. It's a tie. This is crazy. This is crazy. We got another tie, and I also don't have another tiebreaker in mind. But just like the last round, I want you guys to type in what you think is the better genre. So metalcore or deathcore. The winner is Metalcore! All right, I actually was not expecting that at all. I actually thought Deathcore was going to win because like in these comparison videos, you know, the new deathcore scene's really shaking up like the deathcore sound, where metalcore is getting very saturated with a lot of genty sameness going on. So I'm really surprised that metalcore won, and I'm surprised that we ended up with another tie. It kind of goes to show that both scenes are really good in their own regards, I think. And I did leave Loathe out of this. I should have put Loathe on here. Like I said, there can always be a part 2, but this was a fun round. Again, very close, so close. I did not expect it to end with another tiebreaker.